Stocks are still on this record run, and as all of these CEOs who've been gathering in Washington have been telling me, they still have high hopes that late is certainly better than never. Take a look. Do you think things are better now, or are you reassured by what you've seen?
This is one of the greatest economies, if ever the greatest in the world. The opportunity in this economy to grow it even more than the 2% rate is there. And what I've noticed about this president is that's what he wants to do. He's, in a way, very Reagan-esque with the commentary around growth. Will forgive a lot of other things.
All right, is that true? Will growth forgive a lot of things, and all this issue back and forth over whether you get this immediately or it's delayed? Charlie Gasparino. We've got Bush 43 writer Ned Ryun, Washington Free Beacon's Liz Harrington. Liz, what do you make of that? By extension, part of that conversation was better late than never, and this is well worth waiting for. What do you think?
I think it is worth waiting for, but I think voters should feel a little bit frustrated that Congress really hasn't done anything yet. I mean, at this point in the Obama administration, they had already passed the $1 trillion stimulus bill, a huge piece of legislation. Granted, they had a supermajority at the time.
And by the way, we were knee-deep in the middle of a meltdown, right?
Right, exactly. And
that kind of puts the push in your step, right?
Right, and Democrats should take some blame here, too, because they've really slowed down the confirmation process. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin is the slowest confirmed Treasury Secretary in U.S. history. So that is incredible to think, and it's no wonder why tax reform is getting pushed back, and it's not going to be till August, because Mnuchin also has advisors that have to be confirmed by the Senate, and I'm sure they're going to take their time there as well. But I think there's still a lot of hope, because President Trump is a businessman. He's meeting with these CEOs, and he wants to get things done. And there's lots of good climate for getting the corporate tax rate down.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. And they seem to take it as a given. And then Charlie Gasparino, that comes through one conversation after another with these guys.
Right.
We're still going to get it. We're going to get it, and we're okay that we're going to get it.
And Donald is doing a great, and President Trump is doing,
Trump.
Yes,
yeah.
President. I call him the Orange King. Is that all right?
Really?
Okay.
You're just a class act.
In any event, we have to point out there is somewhat of a conflict of interest. Dow Chemical, I believe, needs regulatory approval to buy DuPont. Did I get that right?
It's largely clear here. Europe is giving him more.
All right, but you know, he does need a sign-off from the president, so he's not going to say anything bad about him. And
a year ago, he was very critical of his president.
I know,
Kardashian candidate.
Because he wasn't president yet. He didn't have to sign off on his deal.
It's like before you were a big deal, no one cared.
I mean, listen, did I care about you when I was at CNBC?
No, you didn't.
Now I kiss your rear end every day.
But now that you're a big deal, people are afraid of you.
Yes,
right?
yes. Okay. But in any event, listen, overall, the macro is that it's very good, okay, even though these guys have to kiss up to him because they need their deals approved.
But I think they like what he's saying, right?
Yeah, they like what he's saying, and they like the tax cuts. Here's the one thing I will tell you today. Mnuchin came out with these statements. You would think they would be very, very positive for the market. Tax cuts are coming, or, even though he said it was August, it wasn't now. And the markets didn't really, markets traded down. Now they're marginally up.
Is he the principal guy?
Mnuchin?
Yeah.
I
on
think
the economic stuff?
That's a great question. Nobody knows. Is it him? Is it Gary Cohn?
I'm thinking it's Gary Cohn.
Is it Steve Bannon? I don't know. That's the problem with the Trump administration.
Well, I think you know. You're just not saying.
Now, when I report it, when I know, you know what? I'll come back at 1:30
with a pumpkin latte.
With a pumpkin latte and a news report from. First, I'll have my assistant deliver the pumpkin latte to you.
Why can't you do it?
It'll be. By the way, it's like a laxative, just so you know.
That's fine. All right, Ned Ryun. Maybe you can claw us out of this. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, obviously...
I don't know.
No, you're right. It's impossible. Impossible task.
But constipation, lattes, I don't even know where we're going right now.
These are the nasty emails I get. I swear, Ned, they come from people on CNBC. But one of the things I'm getting again and again...
If it counts for anything, I don't think you look constipated.
Thank you very much. You're coming back. But here's what I'm hearing, and this is remarkable, a testament to the markets, that they can live with this being pushed back a little bit. They can live with this, maybe in the case of the corporate tax relief not being as big as they thought. They like what they're hearing out of this president. They like the message they're hearing, and even with the controversies around him I always say these guys are not red or blue, much like our philosophy. They're green. They're about making money. And they think they can make a lot of money. Their companies can make a lot of money. Their shareholders can make a lot of money. And that's the great unifier. What do you think?
No, it is a great unifier, and I think they are putting some hope in the fact that this will be good for American businesses, good for American workers. It'll put more Americans back to work. You know, but it always concerns me, Neil, having been in D.C. for the last 16 years, having a dad that was in Congress, when they keep pushing stuff back and there's delays and there's delays and there's delays, there are more and more excuses that start to build up. And when we're talking about an August,
that's a brilliant point.
August vote, but here we go. If we get it after the August recess, guess what their calculation is going to be? Well, if it's a tough vote, if there's some tough issues, we got to think about getting reelected in 2018, and they're experts in self-preservation. So that's the thing that really is of some concern. We don't have all the time in the world, and I think that's a thing that's of some concern to me is people think we've got all the time in the world. And you know, at some point, Neil, we've got the White House, the Senate, the House, 33 governors' mansions, 70 of the 99 state legislatures. Republicans are ascendant. If we don't do something of real benefit for the American people, we'll be judged in the 2018 elections.